Welcome back to Code Meets World, and today we're looking at LeetCode problem number 49, which is group anagrams. Now, I did solve finding valid anagrams in a previous video, which I'm linking at the top, so check that one out if you haven't worked with anagrams before, because I think that's a good warm-up problem for this one. So here we are given an array of strings, and we need to group the anagrams together. And we can return the answer in any order. Again, an anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase, typically using all the original letters exactly once. So what does that mean? That means, for example, eat and T are anagrams because they both use the letters E, A, and T one time. Now, as you can see here, we need to take a list of various strings, which can be pretty long, up to, 10,000. And we need to group them together into all the anagrams. So for example, bat is on its own, nat and tan are anagrams because they have the same letters. And then ate, eat, and tea are all anagrams because they use the same three letters. So we just have to find them and group them together and return them as an array of arrays, so basically all the groups. So let's go to the whiteboard and talk about how we're going to do this. I've written out all the words in the example that we just looked at, so we can talk through what makes the most sense here. The idea I have for solving this is to make use of a dictionary where we can keep track of all of the words that are anagrams by making the key of the dictionary the sorted value of that anagram. So let me show you what I mean by that. The way I'm envisioning this is for each word in the list, and the beautiful part about this is we can do it in O of n by just looping over the list one time. So we'll have a dictionary. Actually, I'm gonna make that in white. We'll have a dictionary. And we'll start out by converting the first word into its ordered form. So basically, put the letters in sorted order alphabetically. So eat would become A, E, T. And then we would look in our dictionary to see, have we ever seen this value A, E, T before? And the dictionary is currently empty. So no, we haven't seen it. So we'll add it. We will add it to the dictionary. And for its value, we will make an array. So the key is AET, the value is an array. And to that array, we will add the original word, eat. So we're gonna use the key as the ordered word, and that's gonna allow us to store every anagram in a group. And that'll make more sense when I go to this next example. So with T, that one turns into A, E, T. And look, already we have the same key. So we have AET here and AET here. So what that means is we go into our AET entry and we add T to it, like that. Next, we just keep going and doing the same thing. Tan will change to A, N, T. And now we look in our dictionary to see, have we seen A, N, T before? We have not, so we need to add it to the dictionary. And then just like we did last time, we will add whatever the word was, which is tan. And now we keep going to 8, which is A, E, T. Again, we've already seen this one, so we will add it to the existing entry in the dictionary. Just 2 more to go. This one turns into ant, which we already have. So we can add nat to this array. And then last but not least, we have bat, which ordered as ABT. We haven't seen ABT before, so we'll add it. And then we will insert bat. And that's the end of all the words. So now our dictionary looks like this. And then the final thing we have to do just to get it into the form that the solution requires we can just make a new array, and then we can add each of these into it, like this. So then what we'll be left with is an array of arrays. And I'm not going to write the full ones out, but this will basically just be an array with 3 arrays inside of it, which is each of these 3 anagram groups. The first thing that we'll do is create that dictionary that I mentioned, and I will call that anagrams. And we can set that equal to just an empty dictionary. And then we need to iterate over all of the strings. So we can say for word in strings, like that. And for each word, the first thing I want to do is convert it into its ordered alphabetically form, so we can check to see if it is in the dictionary. So basically we're going to do this first step of taking whatever the input word is and converting that into this word in green, which is in ordered form. So I can say ordered equals, and I'm going to use a trick that I showed in the last video, I believe, where we can join an empty string with, and now we can call sorted on the word. And this is a built-in Python function, sorted. It's going to take the word, it's going to put it into alphabetical order, and then it's going to join that with an empty string. So what we're left with is a string, which is the word, but in alphabetical order. So it equals exactly whatever's in green there. Once we have that, we need to check, okay, is whatever we found, is it in our dictionary? Is it one of the keys already? So we can do that by saying if ordered in anagrams, like this. If it is already there, that means that there's an existing array already. So we just need to append our original word into that existing array. So we can do that by saying anagrams, and then the key is our ordered word. So ordered, and this equals word. Or actually we say dot append, like this, word. So if ordered, if the key is in the dictionary, we access that key, which gives us an array, and we append to it the original word, just like we have here. So what if the other case is true? In this case, ordered is not in the dictionary already. So we check for one of these green words if it's in the dictionary, and it's not. So that means it doesn't exist and there's no array. So in that case, we need to say anagrams, again, ordered. And this time we need to create the array and then put the word into it. So in this case, when we're adding a new entry to the dictionary, we need to create a new array, insert the word into it, and then next time that we see this key, so next time that one of the green values is the same as the one we just inserted, we will fall into this if statement, which will just append the next word to the existing array. So that's how we handle both cases there. At the very end, we just need to create the solution in the form that it wants. So we can do that very simply by creating a solution array and then saying, we need to loop over, this is actually something new, we need to loop over all of these arrays in the dictionary. And there's a way in Python that we can do that. So we can say for, I'll call it ARR for array in anagrams dot, and then we can say values here. Values will return all of these over here. We've used items before where it returns the key and the value. In this case, I don't need the keys, I just need the values. So we can loop over those, and then we can say solution.append the array, and then we can simply return solution. There's actually a way to write all of this is one line of code. For instance, we could just say solution equals, and then we could say value, or we could say array. Array for array in anagrams dot values, and this would work exactly the same. But the reason I'm not doing that here is because I want the code to be as readable as possible, since this is primarily for learning. So let's run this and see if we've got it. So that says accepted for the 3 test cases we've been given. So now we can submit. And that has worked. And it's in a very high percentile for both runtime and memory. So I think this is a really good solution and hopefully not too difficult to wrap our heads around once we see that a dictionary makes this really straightforward. Thanks everyone, and I will see you in the next video.